everyone, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 11. Welcome to the best series ever, I'm sure, just because look at these names. Cookies versus Milk. Oh, jeez. This is Shrike, of course, or Cold Blood Code in the chat. He just freaking wants to kill him. he has no respect for the cookies. What's the factions here? This is Coalition, right? Saban, okay. I think Shrike has been talking about Saban a lot recently. He likes them more than Coalition at the moment, so that's not too much of a surprise. Let's load up our info.txt here. And Shrike has a faction pick first, it looks like. Cookies on Galzian, though, this is a bit interesting too, because I thought he was mostly like a Conf player, but he goes for Galzian instead. He bans Torrent Crater, Shrike bans the Shallows and picks the Boneyard. Cookies takes Kalash Teeth. Then Canyon Alt, Shrike takes Kartoba, and Cookies takes Titan Passage. So, pretty fun times there. I think we'll probably be watching for Kalash Teeth, because I feel like that's actually a bad map for Cookies, but he is the one who picks it. And what's he doing right now? Looks like moving out with the base runner, you're gonna drop a scanner, so this is pretty clearly ref mode first. Which he's got the money to click on now. Oh, it's second PC. Oh. That changes things up a little bit. Obviously, the idea of ref mode first here is that you drop your scanner down there so that you can get information on your opponent. And that way, when you go for ref mode, you're not blind, so you're not going to die to some kind of a rush. You'll know what's coming, and you're ready to build up, you know, adequate defense against it. But in this case, I'm not sure what he'll end up doing. Because 2PC can transition into eco. Oh dear, he's got 3 auto selves, by the way. That's not good. Sometimes when you quick drop people, they don't go back to work, so just hit F3 and that'll select one. But anyway, sometimes like you can go to PC and then go into eco off the back of it, but ref mode would always be better in terms of like getting money. So this has obviously got to be some kind of a rush. This is funky. LEDs are out though, they kill the scanners, so Cookies knows about this. And he'll be aware of the game plan for Shrike, which is obviously with that production upgrade, he's going to span out a bunch of LEDs here. Oh no. It was 5D chess he was playing, right? Get you to type so that you make mistakes and then he can kill you. Anyway, because of those idle cells though, you can see Sandskeeper Fab is a little bit blocked up here. Oh no. Yeah, I don't understand why people are hating on it so much before they've even played it. Like, yeah, you can look at the numbers and say that you think the patch is bad, but that's what all the vanilla fanboys do about Jaraci in the first place, you know? You don't agree with them, right? So, frustrating to me. Anyway, Cookies does have his Sandskeeper Fab done now. Maybe it's not a bad idea, Shrike. Because obviously I don't think we're ever going to see eye to eye either. This is 3 LEVs now attacking the PC. Now actually with the base runner heal, probably like 2 skims could fight this. He's actually not going to put it on though. He's got the range on his carrier though, so he's actually hurting him with the carrier. So Shrike diving in a little bit too deep here. Well, salvagers are only costing more for Galzian actually, and it's only by like 20. That's the same cost change that like ALMs had this patch, and no one really noticed that, so I don't think it's going to be that much of a deal. It just kind of slows things down a little bit. I don't think there's anything I'm not getting right now. Oh well, oh well. Like I said, we should probably just focus on it. Otherwise I'm going to get too tilted here. He has gotten a Salvager as Shrikes, that's nice. Your rushes will still work just fine in the next patch, I'm pretty sure. Although, actually, I don't know, because the carrier is a lot slower now. It's power 2 that gives the carrier, like, speed, I think, right? I'm actually not entirely sure how it works. Like, it might be a tech that you can get before getting power 1, but, it'll be interesting to see how it plays. I must admit, I haven't played the new patch very much because I'm focusing mostly on, like, Jaraci, because I'm still in the tournament. Well, A-game is too, but... Actually, that should be illustrated pretty well, though, by like these practice games I played against Descara, who I generally think is better than me, right? But I was able to beat him, like, a lot, I think. Like, 3 times out of 4 or something, because he'd been playing the new patch and he was very used to the unit interactions from it, so... Yeah, but is change bad? Change isn't necessarily good, but in this case we were all asking for it, so... Here comes the fight here with the LAVs. Is there a boost? There is. So Shrike is gonna try and get out of here. Oh dear. I feel like this is pretty good for Shrike actually, because on the run-up cookies there's a lot of skims. So this is pretty good for Shrike here. I agree, A-Game. Because Moose is actually top tier, so it's kind of it's more difficult to disagree with him. Oh, you need to rage through. Okay, we should keep talking about it then, because then we'll get mad. Yeah, maybe we should just drop it. This isn't going anywhere. Ref mode is coming out for cookies, so he wants to go into economy off the back of this. Which is not terrible, right? Because I guess he feels like he can't push out here. But I feel like getting a tech would be better, right? This gives him railgun fab, and then he can push out. He can push out Milk here, Shrike, of course. So ref mode's done now. PC really wants to come back there. Shrike Seiko's not that far ahead. Oh shoot, you just finished a sport routine. Well, thanks for reminding me. Because then I went and looked at it. But of course, he's been LDMing the whole time. So... And now his carrier C can like push out the LAVs, so I think the idea is that he can, like, with the ref mode now he can finally get rid of the LAV pressure. And he does jump up onto his bases. This is not so bad for cookies. I feel like if Shrike had gone for well, actually he did go for rail tech, I'm just noticing. But if he had gone for a tech like fighter and gunship right now, he'd be in a really nice spot. But of course, hottest man ever. We're all making Jaraci patch just for you. We're not all making it. Only Aiken is. I should just not talk sometimes. I was worried about the 2PCA. That's actually kind of fair, I guess. Voice crack. But the gunship would stop him from ever moving the skims out, which I think gives you a lot of power, and then like you just get a couple of strike fighters. If he ever does this, where he goes up onto eco, and now his bases are very vulnerable, so... I feel like it would have been good, but... His game, not mine. He does have that rail tech, like I said. He's going to start building them now. I think generally rails are not so good in this kind of scenario though, because it's difficult to push into fog of war with rails. You're always worried they're just gonna get killed. This is great though for Shrike. Uh-oh. This is actually very good for Shrike. Like you say, he's got damage 2 on the LEDs. They really tear through these salvages here. Oh dear. Oh my gosh, he's gonna wipe like the entire base. This is horrible. The skims are still just like nowhere to be found. They're finally getting in here, but again, Shrike is pointing out he's got damage 2. He doesn't have any armor upgrades, but still, he's gonna really like tear through the skims anyway. So even when they get here, he's not gonna have like an even fight. And I think Shrike should really just focus the skims. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Because if you lose the entire LAV blob for the 3 salvagers, that's probably not worth it. But yeah, you can see he fights this just fine. Oh gosh, this is catastrophic damage for cookies. Skin's still trying to trade out. I think the LAVs win at this point. Oh wait, there's a lot more skins than I thought on the back over here. So yeah, the LAVs are gonna go down there, but for Shrike, are you gonna say that's worth it? Man. What is that, 4 plus 7 salvagers? Yeah, that's definitely worth it. Shrike's gotta be feeling great about this. Still, the only follow-up is railguns, which I still don't think are the strongest. They're quite slow coming out across the field. They can easily get picked off by these skins. Shrike isn't careful, but he's definitely in the driver's seat right now. And the railguns, they are, you know, a threat to kill the carrier too, so I mean, this is a big deal. Base running gonna go down too, although cookies did get the artifact, which is nice. Oh, my boy Shrike. Slaying. Yeah, I mean, right now they look pretty good, I'll say, but somehow I'm still feeling like it'd be better to have AVs or something, but then again, he's already killed the eco, so maybe you're right. I mean, this is just kind of the natural next step, is to kill the carrier. He's Savon too, you know, Savon Rail's pretty scary, getting that Mag Excel as well, so he's really invested in chonking here. I actually almost think that Armor 1 on the LAVs is more valuable right now, but we do have Assault Ships coming out for cookies. Not really a big deal for Shrike. I mean, he's got so many LAVs, he can just dive on them, but not only that. Railgun's obviously a great counter against Assault Ships, so... And Sunder was buffed in this patch too, it does -5 now. The tooltip is out of date. Are you seeing this? Jaraci patch bad. Jeremy a little better. That wouldn't be bad to just hotfix for the tournament because it's such a small deal. But yeah, Sunder was obviously buffed in this patch. It does -5 instead of -3 or 4. So yeah, the assault chip will melt really fast. But yeah, it looks like Shrike is not even gonna wait for it. You can see how fast that goes down. It's armor 0 on the assault chips. He's got, you know, damage 2. And Cookies has retired all of his units. He's making one last kind of bonsai over here with his carrier. Yeah, not really, but still, it's nice to have them updated, you know. So, such as this does point out that there's the 1 extra speed, 150 hit points and stuff. The LEVs ideally want to be here so that they can spot for the railguns, but at this point, the railguns are actually outspeeded by the carrier, so there's no more kiting available. So here, I think Shrike's best play is to tech carrier power or something, because obviously your opponent thinks to win by, like, maybe just running his carrier down into you. He actually does have Systems 3 on the way here, so... That's a good point. I mean, if he has his power and speed, he doesn't have it in weapons here, but if he takes it out of speed, the railguns get away, so he has to keep it in speed, which means he kills the railguns really slowly. But he will kill them eventually. I mean, you know, they go down here. It's just that Shrike can pretty much build them faster than they die. The only vulnerability for Shrike is the Saban carrier, and it's not even that vulnerable at all, so... Yeah, although, I mean, fair Cookies can heal it back up, you know, but... Obviously, this game is over, right? It's just a matter of time. In fact, I think we'll just kind of fast forward it, just because why not? That's true. You know, I did say that. And actually, I can't believe that you would say it, because I trademarked this phrase, so I'm gonna have to see you in court about this. Oh, that's a lot of railguns. Yeah, carrier looks to be dead here. And if you kill the carrier, the game is over, guys. So look at that, actually, Shrike wins. Cookies into milk, man. You know how that one ends. Whoops. Need to, okay, there we go. Needed to get my replay set up here. Bits at the bottom, yeah, exactly. Exactly. So here we go into game 2 then. Cookie's gonna have to kind of step it up a bit. This is a hard map for it. It's College Teeth. And if you didn't know like why this is difficult, I mean actually Descara these days says that I think he says that Galzian Siege is a fine answer to Coalition Siege, but I feel like it's really, really tough to play it. I generally say Descara knows better than me, but I'm really gonna have to disagree with him on this point. Because obviously Coalition Siege can like one-shot you, right? And this is a map where it's very, very common to see assault cruisers and artillery, right? From the Coalition player. It's just so good. I mean, like, artillery can be here and be influencing this whole, you know, stage of the, like, this whole point on the field, right? And then artillery, or sorry, assault cruisers have these obvious choke points to run through. And yeah, A-Game's pointing out what I'm saying, right? I mean, Coalition artillery is super strong in this patch right now. I think it's being nerfed in the next patch, but I'm not actually entirely sure how. I see, yeah, Cookie's used to this being a good map for Con F. It is, that's the thing. But the reason is because Con F Siege acts like those assault cruisers where they can run through the choke points, but it's still Siege, so you can barrage over the hills so powerfully. I feel like Con F has a really good time on this map, but Galzian, with the Galzian Siege, obviously it's still going to be strong here, but they're really lacking that kind of frontline, you know, like, assault cruiser type unit, so... Galzian doesn't do well on this map in a late game, I would say. But that's not to say we're gonna get there. It's just that Shrike does have sort of a... Shrike does have sort of a win condition here, so... So you would have banned it if you didn't hate Shallows? Well, be grateful Shallows exists then, because this map is very good for you. This is like best, I think, for Shrike in the series. So we'll see what the game plan is going to be, though. Looks like, obviously, Cookies is not going for F1, actually. Maybe I shouldn't say obviously like that, because it makes me sound a little silly. This is Assault Chip Fab here. Not the fastest timing for it, but he's got a lot banked up here, which means he'll be able to get the armor tech as fast as he likes. There it is. The one time that floating is good is when you're about to spend it all. But as for Shrike, it's going to be an AV rush. This is another thing that Coalition does very well on this map. And he has Heavy Vehicles Armor 1 coming out, so it looks like we're going to fight some AV versus Assault Chip. That's always fun to see. This starting game targeting jammer is actually going to be quite good for him, it looks like, because it seems that Cookies wants to come in through that angle. And it's just a little bit of disruption that's going to be nice for Shrike as he deals with these assault chips that are coming into his base here. He does have armor 1, which is what he needs, so good on him for that. Now that he sees the assault chip, I think this AV should come back home. You probably just want to stack numbers here, because 2-on-1, you're definitely going to lose that. But Saban, of course, also has that Sunder ability on their carrier. I would actually like to see him power up the range, but I don't play Saban too much. Maybe ALMs is actually better. And I feel like he can take this fight totally fine. See, targeting jammer, like I said, it buys a little bit of time. And this AV is just going to drive straight over to the main base of Cookies and stop him from long distance mining, it looks like. So this is actually kind of nice. Cookies doesn't seem like he feels he can get anything done here. Hey, it's Romper Frolic. We are casting your games after Hottest Man Ever's games, which are after this. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, Shrike denying the LDMs. He has LDMs of his own. This is nice for him. Armor 2 coming out now. We don't have Armor 2 for Cookies, so it's nice for him. Oh, what the? Oh, I never put this guy in your point. Here's the fight then. Sorry, I missed a little bit of it there, but as you can see, Sunder is doing some serious work here. Oh my gosh, these AVs are like absolutely slaughtering. Really, the smoke is useless. Could have been used to save that one there. But wow, I mean, Armor 2 versus Armor 1 plus the Sunder. This is looking really, really good for, this is looking really, really good for Shrike here. You should actually be able to chase down. I mean, obviously, AVs are faster than assault chips. So, wants to smoke, though, keep this guy alive. Oh, he doesn't even have to. Wow. Look at that. I mean, I think Saban have probably a better time defending this than other factions, but Saban has a better time defending almost everything, so... This could still work. I mean, it's not like an unserviceable build, but... If it's risky, you know, this is kind of a good demonstration of why. And with that PC going down, I feel like Cookies can kind of just surrender. I mean, this is bad. So, I mean, just because like if you lose a PC in the beginning as Galzian, it's really, really hard to come back from there. You've got no opportunity to develop eco, but also no opportunity to like build army. So yeah, he just surrenders. We'll move on to game 3 with Cookies now on series point here. This is looking great for Shrike. Ouch. Yeah, well, and that's the thing. If you never get like a larger critical mass, right? That's okay. You just need to hold him off of his second base. I think Cookie's angle of attack was his big problem there. Because you really want to be like, I mean, let's say it's this map, right? Rather than attacking here where the carrier can hold it, you just want to go there. The carrier can't come over because if he leaves the main base, he's losing economy. And if it's SC first, it'll be different, right? But his carrier has to stay there, and you can just stop him from long-distance mining and get your base set up a little bit faster. That's the idea. So, well, that's relatable. I often think I'm being sneaky and then lose the game, so can't judge you there. I just love this username, man. I can't deal with this. It's so funny. But still, 2-0 being the scoreline now. Shrike looks to close the game out if he can win this map, which again is Cookie's map pick, so he does take Canyon Outpost. Clearly likes the idea of playing on here, so that's good for him. Gonna be ref mode first this time, though. Yeah, so LAVs obviously have this giant sensor range, but actually a couple patches ago the PC was buffed to have a bigger range, so it's not so bad anymore, but you can see like all of the range here is from the PC, actually. Well, you know, name map that Shrike does like, right? Skimmer Fab coming up for Cookies here, so he's getting ref mode at like a, how do I say, not a too greedy build here, because he clearly doesn't want to just get killed by some kind of aggro, so this is good. I definitely approve of this. I actually think these days it's not bad to like quick drop one of these RU guys and send him over there to start mining CUs, and that way you don't have to build another salvager. This kind of protects you if your opponent is going for LAV spam. Which he is. Look at this. We have the production upgrade done, and Shrike is building LAVs to go out across the field, so he looks to make his opponent sort of yield the second base for a bit longer than he would like to. It's going to be tough on this map, actually, because obviously this big rock is in the way, which often is good for the attacker, but in this case I don't think so. Well, I mean, maybe he can like attack here and then come around and attack here and then come around, but it seems a little bit dangerous. But right now he's fighting with the LAVs in the midfield here, so he's not even going to let Shrike get in there. Actually picks one off for free, that's kind of a big deal. This kind of early game comes down to some pretty interesting, like, close margins, but actually now he's trading somewhat poorly. He does get up on the high ground, though. He can make this a 2 for 2 if he just jumps on this LAV. I think that's probably what he's going to do. Oh, it's a 2 for 1 now, because he can just get out. This guy's not going to really be able to join the defense, though, so Cookies is going to need to invest in some more defense. Uh-oh, and he has too many salvagers here. There's a big CU cost, so his second PC timing is going to be really, really slow, and even if he's building Sandskimmers constantly, I think Shrike just outdoes him here. So Shrike can probably get an advantage by pushing in now, and that is what he's going to do. And at this point, he probably wants to look to get a support cruiser as well, but I really like the Assault Pack. That's an important tech for him. How many cells is that? Just 6, actually. But you see, he's got the money for the SC right now. I'd like to see him build that. LAV picked off for free there. That's nice for Cookies. But still, the advantage definitely goes to Shrike, who's got the easy numbers majority here. He wants to push in here. He wants to take this fight. Even if there's a little bit of high ground, the numbers are just not adding up here for Cookies. He's going to boost past them. Yeah, okay, look, he's actually taking the high ground. This is very nice LAV play for Shrike. It's a 3 for 1 so far, looking to be 4. And yet Cookies has to back up onto his 1 base. With your teeth kicked? Wait, what? I don't understand. Still though, there's the SC. And so Shrike can just hold his opponent onto 1 base for a little bit here, he'll be ahead. This is very good for him. This is a textbook opener, very clean. And Cookies should be kind of shaken a little bit, because obviously milk, you know, is what you use to eat cookies with. I know a lot about that. But obviously, he's 2-0 right now, or 0-2 that is, so I mean, he gets eliminated if he loses this. Yeah, you did get some time on 2, but that's why I'm saying Shrike wants to hold you now for just a little bit, and if he does, he'll be ahead. There's the Assault Chip, though. You see, Carrier still has to come back, Salvager's still not mining. I'd say at this point, Shrike is ahead. Whoa. This is looking good. What's been casted? Just Phoenix Hero versus Marchbutton. But see, it wasn't really fair, because obviously Phoenix Hero had his chicken with him the whole time, so... It was kind of a 2v1. Once again, it's Railgun Fab for Milk. I mean, Shrike. Get it? Get it? What am I talking about? Armor, or sorry, damage 1 coming out on the LAVs as well. Is he 1.5? No, he's full on 2 base here. But Cookies with another PC, so he's gonna start moving out to his 3rd base. Does he have enough defense? Yeah, it looks like it. He's got a lot of the soul chips here, so Shrike does need to expand. I'm still not so hot on Railgun Fab. I feel like AVs are a better mid-game. Or, you know, air is fine too, but... No, he was 2 base a little while ago. Interceptor Fab coming in for Cookies. I mean, he's got a soul chips, he might as well. Oh, look at that! He actually built another SC. I didn't see that one coming. That's good. This is quite awkward, though. He wants to just bring the SC there and leave the carrier if it's going to derp like this. Because, I mean, when he wants to activate his carrier later, it's going to have to go through this way anyway. Because if you didn't know, on this map, you can't cross the bridge with the carrier, so... Which is kind of funny, because it looks like it's big enough. Oh dear, yeah, this looks horrible. Oh gosh. No splitting either, so these LEDs are really going to melt. Oh dear. Actually, that's a huge problem because a lot of that pressure gets alleviated once the LAVs are dead here. And Cookies now, he can just expand up onto 3 base without a care in the world almost. He's got to worry about air, I guess, but he's got an Interceptor Fab coming already. A bit of a float coming out from him, but that's probably okay because he's got a lot to spend right now. Yeah, this is very bad for Shrike. Uh-oh. Looks like Cookies wants to make a bit of a counter push right now. Obviously, he doesn't have any scouting. He wants to know what his opponent's eco looks like, but maybe he could just build a couple skims for that. I think actually the Assault Ships maybe want to stay back home because there might be more coming. He doesn't know it yet. We do have AV Fab on the way now. Mag Excel's on the way too. I think maybe Shrike's saying I need AVs now because I lost the LAV blob, but I'm not sure. But Interceptors are on the way, so definitely gonna need some anti-air here pretty soon. And yeah, I generally cast all of the upper brackets, so today we're doing all of the round of 16 games. Something got worried about air? Well, there's air. So I mean, I can see why. This is gonna be some railguns dead though for sure. Uh-oh, they wasted the missiles on the logistics module. They do kill it, but that means only 2 dumps here for the interceptors. Oh no! Don't punch! Okay, he didn't take any AOE there. But you really want to be careful when you're getting hit by air. You don't, help your opponent do more damage than he would have otherwise. Good micro there. Keeps this interceptor alive. But he doesn't actually get this this railgun here. Well, the price is only up by 20. You'd rather have the interceptors doing damage to eco, where the salvagers are weak, or to the railguns. Goes in here for a little poke. I think he killed another ALM just now, right? Or maybe he just left. No, maybe not. I don't see anything dead here. But still, that's nice for Cookies. Check the units lost tab. Oh, gosh. That's really bad for Shrike, actually. Ooh. I mean, he got the ALM here, but he didn't get one there, did he? I don't think so. Oh, he did, actually. Yeah, wow. So, on top of this, I guess, is actually another, like... What's that? 540 CUs that he's lost on top of this. Oh, gosh. This looks pretty bad, actually. Interceptors still doing their thing here. Support Cruiser and Anti-Air started. I would just cancel ACs and get into some bad news. I feel like Support Cruiser and Anti-Air is not bad, but it's not necessarily like really the answer here. If he plays it this way, he might still lose more railguns. You can see that unit's lost tab is spiraling really out of control. Yeah, well that's the thing. Interceptors are a lot faster than LAVs, and the range is just not good enough here. So this is a lot of railguns going down for Cookies, or sorry, for Shrike. And a huge problem. I mean, this is like when you've lost 3 times as many CUs as your opponent. This is like me versus the Skara back in 2018 levels, aka not good. Assault Ships here though, kind of being committed into a dive. I mean, they do get a salvager kill, but I think actually the LAVs. Oh gosh, what the heck? Ooh, see, this is something I didn't even see, but if Assault Ships aren't at home, LAVs can dive in, and they're going to catch a Siege Cruiser for free right as it pops out of the carrier. That's so rough for Cookies. And he'll lose the Assault Ships too, of course. I mean, he got 1 salvager for it, but I don't think this is worth. Oh no. All of a sudden, it swings the other way entirely. And Shrike here going to be quite happy with that. That turned out he might lose some LAVs on the run out here, but I think he'd still call that worth. Well, actually, he loses quite a lot of LAVs here, but... Ouch. Truth hurts. So, Cruiser Anti-Air coming out for Shrike now. He's going to be building one, I assume, then. But he's got SCAA, so he's got some defense against the Interceptors now. Maybe you can see, though, why I don't really like railguns. I don't really like railguns like as a mid-game tech because they're just really vulnerabilities. I don't really think that you need them for anything. Like AVs can hold off against the Assault Ships better and they can attack better, I think. And part of this unit's loss differential, I think, is just the railguns being tech too early. After all, this ain't vanilla, right? So Yeah, that's true, A-game. That's true. This is horrible, though, actually. Cookies is getting a huge amount of eco damage here. Salvagers always have to be pulled off the line if they're getting attacked like this. All 6 of them go down. Oh my. This is horrifying. He might even get this ALM, but it's not so important anymore. He got what he wanted. Extraction denied by Shrike here, so Cookie's not going to get the 2-0. I mean, he's been 2-0'd so far. But uh-oh, but he's attacking the base now too. Oh gosh. And Shrike bringing the carrier back to deal with this. I mean, look now, he doesn't have any answer to this here either. Oh gosh. Yeah, this looks bad. This is really bad damage. He needs to be careful here though, but he's got the soul chips and he's got the EMP importantly, so he can fight this if he lands this EMP. And a soul cruiser is slow enough, EMP is not too hard to hit. Okay, where's the EMP? There it is. But the assault chips need to be over here to answer. Interceptor's coming out, but the anti-air actually works even while they're EMP'd, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, EMP is a nice counter to AC, but not if the assault chips aren't there, so this siege cruise is gonna go down. AC anti-air is here, remember, so... Is it? It got cancelled! Uh-oh! Ah! Okay, that's alright though. He might just only lose 1 AC here, but he got the siege. But still, Salvador's getting killed on the second. Ah, he just doesn't really have anything left, does he? Oh no. Yeah, he agrees. He surrenders. Oh no. I feel like Shrike had a really nice position that game, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good example, I think, of why the railgun tech in the mid-game is really quite bad, like in the early mid-game. You don't want to get that after your opener. Ouch. Not unless you're being rail rushed. If you're being rail rushed, I think it's great, but... Nice for Cookies, though. This will not be a 3-0. We move on to game 4 now, but this is Shrike's pick. What is he taking for it? Looks like KT. Obviously, Boneyard was played for game 1, so we're not going to see that again. And Kartoba, of course, this is the map where we measured the distance of it based on how long Shrike can run in a day, so I think he was pleased with that. Maybe that's why he picked it, right? If anyone remembers that classic meme from back in the day. He gives the base runner retired from Cookies, so I think generally when he's been going ref mode, he keeps that base runner, so he might not be doing it this time, but we'll just have to see. Well, last game he went ref mode, didn't he? But he actually retired the base runner. Okay, it's the second PC again. This is what he did in game 1. I don't know about this. This was kind of an odd build. I mean, we'll see if it ends up working. As for Shrike, there's LAV fab done. It's gonna be AAVs for him this time. This is a really good map for, you know, LAVs, I think, but he's not gonna go for it. Wants the AVs instead. Here comes the Sandskimmer fab as well. Oh wait, you want to do ref mode, but you get the PC instead? Uh-oh. Could still be cancelled even now, but... well, no, actually, that'd be pretty bad. Well, he's got the 2 PCs, though. He's gonna have to play it. He's mining quite a bit of RU here, so I guess he can go for rails later. Right now, he can go for, like, this kind of delayed rush. AV Fab is done though, and this is going to be really convenient against the 2 PC, because obviously a lot of skims, well, AVs are a nice counter to that. Wants to bring these guys out though. I think for sure if you're going to play like this, you want to be forward up in your opponent's face. Just tell me he doesn't go ref mode here. Because I think, like I mentioned in the first game, that would be a lot slower than just getting ref mode first and then building that PC later. Very quick armor 1. I'm a fan. He's still building salvagers though, he's not really building any skims here, so I'm really worried for Cookies. I feel like he just doesn't quite have the answer to the AVs when they get here eventually. Yeah, I'm not so sold on this. He'll see this AV pretty early though, because you see he's got this skim out here scouting. There it is. Yeah, that's come up actually. LAV here trying its best to kite against the skims, but this one should go down eventually, but still, Cookies knows AVs are coming. What can he do about this? He's got rails on the way. I think he probably needs power 1 now. And pull these salvagers out. And this is the mistake that Shrike made last game that really killed him, I think. Once you see your eco getting harassed, you gotta pull away. There he is. So yeah, power 1 coming out too. That's a good answer. But Shrike's gonna be feeling good about this. He's holding his opponent off of, he's holding his opponent off of 2 base. He just expands here. I think he's gonna be just fine. And there's the SC, so Shrike playing this definitely very well. And the AVs can't really fight the carrier just yet, but the carrier can't leave the main base. Actually, he's leaving it right now, which is not good. He's losing, oh gosh. Yeah, he's losing eco. Let's bring this guy back. AVs, meanwhile, they even want a crunch over here, so he's got 2 assault rails out now. That's good. This AV, in a really nice position, just pop over the hill and start slapping them right in the behind. He's got high ground too. Oh, he left the high ground. Missed micro there by Shrike. Drops the smoke. 1 salvager has gone down, I think? No, that didn't. Right? Yeah, no, he didn't lose any salvagers either. Okay, so Shrike kind of fibbing the micro there a little bit, but still, he's ahead, right? I mean, he's got the 2 base set up here. I don't think so. Maybe he rebuilt one. I felt like I saw one that was low. But when I hovered over them, there were 6. So I don't know. Hottest man ever here with the hottest insults ever, of course. Oh yeah, Rompo and I were playing the game, and he was we were doing some CBS just like practice, and he was like, he was not retiring his base runner, but he was still going with like skims in the beginning, and I just kind of killed him straight up. So I was telling him like, yeah, I think that if you're gonna go aggro, you really gotta retire the base runner. And if you're going eco, I was saying that you could do the same too, but like, A-Game, you've been talking, right, about how recently it's not so good to... Oh gosh, he's dead, by the way. It's not so good to not retire, or to retire that base runner because you're too blind, you don't have any vision. Ah, yeah, see, he's got early onset Alzheimer's. Poor guy. Here come the LEVs, though. This is gonna be bad. He really wants to attack the main, he just doesn't know the carrier's right here, but he sees it now. Proving it's still less. Do you mean like retiring it or keeping it? Because yeah, pretty much whatever Discara does is generally the best way to play it. Retiring. Okay, so I was right for once. This is interesting. These salvagers haven't actually died yet. I mean, if he just like focuses this guy, a little bit of them die. Oh gosh, the focus fire is not exactly here for Shrike. Oh, don't tell me he gets away. Oh no. He's on like 29 HP. You hate to see it, but Cookies will be very happy to see it. He doesn't lose as many. This is still not so good though. I mean, losing 3 salvagers is really not great. Yeah, A-Game, because nobody asked for this, you know? Nobody asked for you to make the game work. Stupid A-Game. Fighter and Gunship Tech coming out for Milk now. There's a lot of assault railguns, so you can see the idea. Not such a bad answer to these LAVs, or definitely a good answer to the AVs, but when air comes out, that might be a problem. But Cookies for now, he is on 3 base. He's rebuilding himself, so he's not dead yet. But this is bad damage. This is not great for Cookies. Yeah, because otherwise it was just always the right choice to go for extractions, but... So when the base runner got like this RU cost, actually retiring it just makes all of your eco builds faster, and so... Especially because they cost RUs now as well. So yeah, retiring became very, very meta. I still think it's not the right idea in like Coalition versus Gaussian when you're gonna go eco though. Like you need to keep the base runner so you can drop a probe, and you don't want to drop it right at the very start, I don't think. But I don't know, I mean, it's exciting to me that these days there's quite a few ways to play these things, you know? Yeah, Skim here, you're gonna see a lot of LAVs come. I mean, the thing is, like, if there's only LAVs, I feel like Cookies is okay. It's just, it's the air tech coming up that's gonna be such a problem. But you're right, you haven't scouted, so you don't necessarily know, but I think it's just a good rule of thumb to say if my opponent is killing salvagers, I'm in a bad spot, right? And that kind of... that can sort of give you the intuition to be ready for when these things happen. Here comes the attack on the main base. Oh, do you have missile ship tech? Oh, you do, yeah. And honor guards, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Is that even a joke? Oh no, this is actually quite a problem. Well, the Assault Rails are going to clean it up pretty well, but the LAVs still get another Salvager kill, and I think they got another 3 off the main base, so... Again, like 6 more dying, or... That's good math. 4 more dying right here. Ah, jeez. LAVs are going to go down finally. Okay, so he's kind of cleaned that up, but I mean, Shrike can just rebuild, but more importantly, he has the Strike Fighters out now. Missile Ship Tech is done, like Cookie said, but he hasn't built any. Docking? No, yeah, I don't think he ought to dock here. But he doesn't want to be seen by the Skims, that's fair. But okay, there he is, he's been revealed. Doesn't waste any missiles on the Skims, though. He's gonna come straight over to the third base, hitting the Salvagers, that's what you want to see. I'm a fan of mixing one gunship in here, and Strike Fighters will do their job just fine. And 2 more Salvagers being killed, I mean, I wish this was like StarCraft 2, we had like the Workers Killed tab that you could open, but it would read quite a lot here. Strike Fighter goes down, actually, at this point I think Shrike can just leave, and he's kind of losing too many. Yeah, he does leave now. But if you check the units lost tab, right, the numbers are deceptively even, although Shrike is leading by about 500 CUs. The thing is, there's been about like 1,000 CUs of Salvager kills, which is huge, because obviously when you kill them, you know, you don't get binding now, so... Shrike is really ahead, I think. If we look on, like, just take stock of what's on the field right now, I mean, Bomber Tech is coming out, but for the moment, Cookies actually does have some field control, but if he moves out with that field control like he's doing right now, he's kind of just going to get killed, so the Strike Fighters can just sort of bop him. Oh! A-limbs, man. Freaking A-limbs. Very nice step packs there by Shrike, you know I love to see that. I'm actually just now noticing he's got a missat here, he's only got 1 on the second base. I think the joke there, Rompa, is that when the name says Shrike, I'll say Maze instead, right? Oh, hold up. Actually, Shrike was behind in units lost, I suppose. I just am realizing now. But yeah, these assault railguns are pretty much forfeit if Shrike realizes that they're out there. Auto Guard Antier? Could tech it, but not yet. He's got the money. LAVs can't really fight this. Shrike's gonna try, but this is what LAVs like when you run into them. And there's 2 auto cards back here, too. Oh, gosh. Well, that was a bit of a throw. I mean, really, he should have seen that and said, oh, hey, look at that. 3 units for my Strike Fighters. But yeah, it really wants to just kill these assault rails. Oh, the missile barrage is hitting the salvagers. Oh, no. Whoops. Turn the music off. This is so annoying for Cookies, though, as these LAVs are just bopping their salvagers on the back line here, too. Assault Rail's finally here to contest. Strike Fighter's trying to hit the Assault Railguns now, but there is a missile battery out, so, or missile ship, that is, so he's not going to be able to get the kill there. But it looks like Shrike, with carrier power, he's ready to move out across the field, and he's banking up these bombers here. If you liked it, if you licked it, if you killed it, right? Units lost, again, still favoring Cookie slightly, but he's lost so much eco. This is why we're at this game state now. The Bombers can kill both of these HGCs. It looks like, actually, Cookie's trying to make a push with his carrier as well, which is a little bit awkward. I will say, though, it's a bit nervous for me that Shrike doesn't have any ground army. Losing those LAVs was kind of a big deal. So this air reveal is going to have to be big, but it will be, I think. Honor Guard anti-air teching now, but I think they're both going to die. Uh-oh, I really think the Honor Guard's the target for the Bombers here. He agrees now, so here's one. But I don't think he can kill it with two. Oh no. What a misplay. Where did that bomb go? That one didn't even hit the Honor Guard, so I guess we'll never find out. Okay, so he's coming back, but actually all of a sudden this looks much better for Cookies than I thought. That was really, really a bad air reveal. And Honor Guard anti-air is going to be out next time, which is a nice counter to Bomber. Yeah, Bomber's is a bad unit, never build him. This is going to be bad for Cookies. Or, sorry, for Shrike. Because Cookies is going to have that anti-air next time that the Bombers come out. And that just shows you, like, a misexecution can turn a winning game state into a losing one very, very quickly. Still, though, Shrike with a lot of carrier power, right? So he's got that going for him. He's got the railguns out, so he has answers here, but... Do we have heavy rails coming? Yeah, but they're still in the back line. well, that was the joke, Shrike. he's just riffing that. People often will say units are bad if they fail at something. Honor Guards, though, killing the railguns here. Uh-oh. Honor Guard's very good answer to Coalition rails. The air's killing these assault rails, though, because obviously there's no anti-air right there. Here come the Bombers, though. Anti-air can be turned on. Uh-oh, they're so bunched up, though. Ugh, that's not good. Oh, gosh. Okay, the anti-air is turned on, though. That is going to kill a Bomber, so at least he gets something for it. Wait, the second one went down, too? I didn't see how that happened. Oh, no. And just like that, we see how quick a winning game state can go to a losing one with that execution. Very back and forth here, and there's actually the microwave emitter out as well. Just going to try and zone this carrier. I don't think that's the best usage. But he will slow down the carrier at least a little bit, which means that Shrike can kind of drive in this way and push out the rail force. Oh dear. Actually, this is kind of funny. The microwave emitter is sort of zoning Shrike away from chasing the Gaussian carrier now. Which, that was obviously not intended, but it happens. That was with no Mag Excel, by the way. He's taking that now. That's going to help. Yeah, really not the best microwave emitter I've ever seen, but you know. Another Honor Guard pops here. We still have two Bombers though, and I mean, this isn't gonna be so good, because this Honor Guard will just go down. Hey, Shrike agrees the microwave emitter is good. Yes, he's got that right. Railguns taking damage here. I mean, like I said, Honor Guards are still a really nice answer to railguns, but. Not if they die. I guess that's my point. This Bomber hasn't actually... What the heck? He just docked a Bomber that didn't drop a bomb, did he? Maybe I'm just blind, he already did. But he's got this one in the air, ready to kill the Honor Guard. I really think... Oh no. Yeah, he's launching them and just dropping them. Oh no. Well, yeah, I mean, that microwave emitter was definitely not so great because it caused him to be able to get away. This thing's actually healed up a lot. Like, if he turns on his, like, anti-air, can he live? No, I guess not. Yeah, it's just your casual flanking HGC, you know? But still, carrier very isolated here. This probably has to go down, though. Can't tell if that was a GG or a carrier kill. I think he actually just surrendered there. But either way, Shrike is going to take game 4 here. And that brings the series to 3-1, and Shrike wins. Actually, I've got to say, before this series, I was thinking that Cookies was going to win this, but Shrike... Yeah, he got cooked. He got dipped in the milk, you know? Chomped up. Ground to crumbs. Ouch. And yeah, I think so on the HEC. Like, maybe if you turn on the anti-air immediately, right? But I'm not sure. Either way, like, the Bomber should have killed it. I mean... The bomber was ready to finish that kill, so... He launched 2 bombers that docked. Very strange. Oh yeah, it did die, because look at the units lost tab. Well, thanks for watching the series then. We'll move on to the next one. But, I already said thanks for watching. Dang it.